Welcome back to Angry Bird. Got my rant out of the way. I'm just going to delve into the what I woke up, what I was thinking about when I woke up, and before I got into the fact that MAGA still believes that lie about the immigrant. So or about the vet that they claim to be an immigrant. Sorry. All right. So here we go, man. Right now we're at the tipping point in society. Right. We got potential civil unrest, and there's going to be two sides out there, right? Whenever there's civil unrest, there's always going to be two sides. Side protesting, the side saying, you ain't going to protest, right? So before we go out there and we commit our bodies to something, you know, go back through history and you can look at our ancestors and the wars we fought and things we've done and when we committed our body to something. And you have to ask yourself before you do, and it comes from a song that means a lot to me, and it meant a lot to me when I first heard it, these specific lyrics is what made me keep going back to the song, back to the song, back to the song. Beautiful song. It's a Coldplay song, and it's called Clocks. And if you don't know it, and you've never heard it, and you're not into the type of music it is, then just read the lyrics, and it might register then, and then you might want to hear it. But the lyrics are, it's just two lines. It says, am I part of the cure, or am I part of the disease? That's it. Simple question, right? And most people will never ask themselves that. They won't. They're reasonable people. They're surrounded by reasonable people, and the reasonable people arguments are very reasonable arguments, and therefore my group is reasonable, and therefore we're right, right? Kind of how it goes. But when you do that, you're allowing them to think for yourself, and you're committing your body and your one spin in this thing we call life. You're one spin, you're committing it to something you're not even thinking on it much, and that's a damn shame. Because when you commit your body and you're going, this is the cross I'm going to die on, right? That's kind of what it is. That's kind of what it means to commit the body. It means this is it. This is where I'm going to take my stand. If you're going to do that, you have to anticipate something before you do. And that is, where will we be as a species, as a society, as a planet in 50 years, 100 years, 200, 300, 500, if you get everything you want? Every single thing. Exactly how you intend it to be. Right? And if you're fighting on a side, let's say, and that side's the side that wants to keep burning fossil fuels, as an example. Okay, that's going to be a side for sure. Drill, 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 baby, drill. Right? Then anticipate where we're going to be in 50 years, 100 years, 200, 500. Those people out there that don't understand the material that's going, they just don't understand the material, right? But commit their body to it as if it were true. I would say you are the disease. I would say that if you can't understand something, but you'll go die on that cross anyway, then I think you're the disease. Because what you'll find, man, is that if you're part of the cure, you will always think of that shit first. You'll always think of the outcomes first. You're not going to think of, we just need to do this because, and it's going to hurt people. Well, we got to do it anyway. You're not going to do that. You're not. You're going to look at, where do I want to be in 50? Where do I want to be in 100? Where do I want to be in 200, 500, 600? What thing is we're just a species on a planet that's known to kill species and wipe them out. Some 90-something percent If everything that's ever existed is dead, now and extinct. And we're the only species that I know of that makes things, constructs, right? Apes use tools, other animals use tools, they find things and use them as tools, right? I think. But we're the only ones that constructs. We got to the moon, unless you live in a rabbit hole. We got to the moon, and objectively speaking, we have the ability, unlimited ability to do things, really, if we just keep learning and piggyback the learning and document and keep going forward. The problem with doing that is anybody that has power at some point, if progress keeps going, they lose it. And it's at every juncture that that happens that it seems like there's a war. There's something that comes out of it. There's civil unrest. There's just nobody wants to lose power. So why should anyone have it? That's I'm not saying that we shouldn't have people leadership. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have people in charge, trying to govern. But why should they have the power the way they have it? I mean, look, if you had 1,000 lifetimes of wealth right now at your disposal, you should never have to work again. Your family should never have to work again. Nobody should ever have any wants or needs ever coming out of that line. Ever again. Ever. And yet, people within those lines, people that have that kind of, they don't share it. They just keep accumulating more of it. As if it was a destiny to be forever increasing what you have or own. And the thing is that by doing so, you're cutting everyone else out. You can just keep cutting more and more and more and more people off. So power shouldn't exist like that. And changing hands of power should always be regularly occurring. Changing of wealth should always be regularly occurring. Redistributing. You can't have an ownership class own something forever. A family own something forever. Accumulate wealth forever. Because that power comes unchecked. There's no checks to it. Balance to it. And then imagine a world that we burn it alive. And by not burning it alive, it means a family ain't going to make money no more. But they have all this power right now. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to gaslight it. They're going to fight tooth and nail to keep that power. Other examples would be churches, maybe. Have people break off because they don't have power, so they want to make their own. So they have all the power, I'm not saying specific churches. I'm just saying it's a thing. People break off of, so they have their own thing. So they're in control. They have all the power. It's how things go. Imagine someone coming and questioning your power, that you've accumulated. You're going to think, I've earned it, right? So if you're going to be part of the cure, at least before you go out and go commit body to something, can you do me a damn favor at least? Step back and anticipate where we might end up. And if that anticipation is everyone's holding a Bible, you're the disease. Because even if you mean well, even if you intend that, we got to get everyone to believe in Jesus. We got to get everyone to understand the truth, right? That's your truth. You can't force something. You can only welcome them in. And you'll never understand that if you're holding a gun at the tip of the Bible, the tip of the Quran, the tip of whatever religious structure you're into. You're the disease too. All you have to do is leave your doors open and break bread. And they'll come. People will come. Especially if your full intention is to help them and love them. They'll come. But if your intention is to say, hey, it's my way or the highway and here's a gun, you'll always be on the wrong side. Love y'all. Don't be part of the disease. Be part of the cure. Step back and think before you commit your body to something. You only have one life, one spin, one existence. After which, you can believe what you want after. I'm not going to question your belief. You can believe what happened before. I'm not going to question your belief. But what I do know for certain, and what I can objectively see, is people get born and people die. And while they're here, I never see them again after. While they're here, they got one shot to do something. So before you go commit your body to go hurting someone else or to taking damage, think about that. Love y'all. Bye.